Hello and welcome. I'm your host, John RMS, otherwise known as AceBullion. Now, Martin, the silver trader, has sent me in this coin to review and give my honest opinion on. And quite frankly, I'm looking forward to it. It is, well, something I grew up with and something I'm sure a lot of you out there have grown up with. And even if you're not a cartoon fan, this is something that, well, for a certain generation, it really kind of stuck in our heads a bit. Especially, well, the anthem. Anyway, check out the links down below. We can find a link under the more section for the silvertrader.uk. You can find a link to the precious metal forum, where it's a free forum. We don't have membership fees. And you can also find a link to my own personal website, acebullion.co.uk or acebullion.com. With that being said, here we go. Alrighty then, so introducing from the Perth Mint, the Panther 60th anniversary. Oh my goodness. You know, this is almost a drop the coin moment because 60 years ago, the Pink Panther, I can't fathom that, honestly. I just can't. Now, this is a 2024 1 ounce silver coin. Yes, as you can see, it is a coin. And yeah, you're going to see that this image is, well, rather old. Because, of course, this image of Queen Elizabeth II was done by Ian Rank Broadley, and it's the same design used back in 1998. He has also included the years that Queen Elizabeth had reigned from 1952 to 2022, which is not that long ago. Yeah, we already have heard about King Charles. I hope, he's pain-free, and, I do hope he recovers, honestly. Anyway, 4 9's fine, 1 ounce silver, and there's Queen Elizabeth's portrait. Absolutely stunning and beautiful. Right, well, I say beautiful. The only thing I don't like is the matting around it. But anyway, let's move on, and we'll find out. We do have a reeded edge all the way alongside of it. This coin is limited to 24,000, so it's not a huge number. I've seen coins, obviously, in the hundreds of thousands and millions, but there we go. So, let's have a look. There's that cool cat. Yes, and you don't think that you're going to be getting away really easy. Not from jokes, at least. The Pink Panther was created by Fritz. I'm going to mess up these last names here. Freelang, and also David Paty. It was, the first debut was in 1963. It was what we would call the introduction to the film. And the film was called, of course, The Pink Panther. Yep. So that was pretty dang cool. And in 1969, they decided to do an animated series. All really short, series, probably 10 minutes long if I could remember at the most. Well, they featured a couple of other animated characters, including the Inspector and the Aardvark. Oh yes. Yeah, you guys remember that, don't you? Now, it's not like when we were sitting around as kids, just sat there watching the TV and all that. A lot of these were, done in kind of movies. So you would get a little snippet and that was it. And then as TVs came out, yes, I can honestly remember that. As TVs came out, it was a case of, wow, look at that. And yeah, it was really, really cool. Anyway, so look at this cool cat here in that classic iconic pose. Absolutely stunning. It is just brilliant. In the 0 for the 60, you got the silhouette of the Panther. I believe, if I'm going to have to zoom in a bit here, he is doing his classic. Is he holding onto a cigarette? I think that might be a bit. No. He did have one at the time, but I'm not sure. Kind of almost looks like it. It almost looks like he's blowing there. See? Okay, moving on. Sorry. Shouldn't be doing that, should I? No. Anyway, so What do you call a Pink Panther when he makes a mistake? A pink slip. I'm sorry, so sorry. And what happened when the Pink Panther stepped on an ant? Dead end, dead end, dead end, dead end. All right. Really, I'm just horrible with this one. And finally, why did the Pink Panther start a band? Well, because he wanted to be a percussionist. Oh yes, of course. And you can see the paw prints around the coin as well. Not standing out, not really too in your face, but it's there. Now, this is really cool. I think they're more showing off 60 years than the Pink Panther itself. That's kind of my critique on this coin. Although if you are looking at it as, as I am here, I'll get two hands here. You're going to see he has just one cool cap. Despite being pink. Well, pink, perfect, oh my God. I need to stop with these bad jokes. They really are typical dad jokes, right? Down below here, we have the trademark and copyright 2023 MGM. And yeah, it's on a matte background. I wish that at least they would have made like his stomach pink, or not pink, glossy. They could have done more with the Panther. But, it's iconic. Youth these days, as in like, oh my God, I can just hear my son's, voice as I'm saying this. Back in my day. But seriously, they have no idea of how limited we were to such things like the Pink Panther and, the inspector and, he was always going around and Pink Panther was just prowling and absolutely amazing. Loved every second of it. It wasn't my favorite, I have to say, but it was absolutely brilliant at the time. It was one of those it was always there, along with Count Duckula, and which came much later, by the way, when, TV was more prevalent. But it was, of course, it was a London production, but brilliant that was. I want a Count Duckula coin if the Perth Mint, if you're listening, because I would love that. How many others here would love a Count Duckula, coin? Just remembering how funny that was. The fact that he was a vegetarian vampire duck. Yeah. Anyway, see the things that this brings back. It sparks memories, and that's why these unique collectible coins exist. It puts a smile on your face. Well, it does mine at least. Or of course, it opens your heart and it makes you think, oh wow, that's super cool and super awesome. So when they're making these, very similar to, when I'm doing my own poured art, for instance, like the dragon here and, all of this bit, it's gonna open up someone's imagination and art into, just, you gotta have it. And that's kind of very similar with this Pink Panther coin. Once you see it and holding it in real life, it's actually much better than looking at it through the camera, where of course I'm amplifying things. Yeah, it really is just a little bit special. It just reminds me of the good old days, going out, riding my BMX, probably about 10, 20 miles away from home, not coming back till the sun comes down, if that. And no phones, no nothing. It just was amazing as a time. And yeah, when you went camping, you went properly camping. There was none of this, quote, glamping rubbish. I mean, I'm sorry if you're into this glamping stuff, but nah, forget it. It's not for, well, I guess it's for me now, only because I'm getting old. But there you go. What do you guys think of the Pink Panther? Come on. Don't make me start saying some really, bad jokes even more. I'm not gonna really. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm looking forward to your comments down below. I do reply to each and every one of you. And yeah, there we go. Da-dan, 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 da-dan.